What's going on, guys? My name is Aldeniro, and welcome to something a little bit different. Most of my videos tend to be just like live recordings of games or whatever, but this one I am casting in post, and this is a super cool game. It's a strategy that I saw on Reddit by a guy called Furor Teutonica, who devised this strategy based on the most recent update for the Cumans, where they get capped ram in Castle Age. And this just shows how effective it can be. Now, the guy who came up with it, he made a post on, or made a guide on Steam, which is like a real detailed view of it, and I will put that in the description if anybody is interested. I would recommend it because he's a much higher rated player than me, and he also has a couple of videos where he does it on Twitch against players who I assume are higher rated than me. I'm actually not 100% sure on that, but I don't play this game on a very high level, and that's kind of why I'm showing you it from my perspective. It's basically just this idea that you do your standard fast castle stuff, and then you put down an archery range, make like 5 or 6 crossbows, and then 3 capped rams. And it works most successfully in my experience on Arena, but I can see it working on Hideout or Black Forest as well. I was playing a 4v4 on Black Forest. It was an unranked game though, so I don't think it would be as good to upload it because there's a huge skill gap like all across the way with the players and stuff. But me and my friend did it in a 4v4, and I think we destroyed 3 players across the map before our like bad teammates caught up with us, and we ended up losing the game, because that's the one thing about this strategy, is that it is a real like all-in strategy. I'm just gonna fast forward here because we don't need to see all the Dark Age. Well, maybe actually I'll just watch it at this kind of speed. It's the standard fast castle stuff. I'm sure like if any of you have played Arena, you know how to do a fast castle, and if not, I mean, there are like countless tutorials online for how to do a fast castle strategy. It's one of the most common strategies. So this is me in the blue playing as the Cumans, and my teammate in green. I really like the green color on the spring mod. It's a really nice blend of green, I think. But my teammate is Khmer, because it's very easy to fast castle with Khmer, and my teammate is going to fast castle into Night Rush, and you'll see just how effective that is. Like I was saying before, Arena is a very good map for this, because if you go for a Night Rush in Arena, most of the time what you're going to be doing is actually hindering yourself, because it's very hard to break through these stone walls without your opponent just walling behind. Oftentimes people on Arena go for a castle at the beginning of Castle Age, be it an offensive castle like that you would see here, or sometimes a defensive castle here, like depending on how the map goes. It's really important to keep your scouts alive too. That's something else that we'll talk about a little bit more in this game as it goes on. But as you can see, like, we're 9 minutes into the game. 24 population for me, which is actually not very good. I think usually I have a little bit higher than that. I have been playing very, very badly lately. But yeah, this was the first time that we actually tried to enact this strategy and take it seriously on Arena. So it's I don't know, like its effectiveness. The fact that I'm uploading it will just tell you how effective this was as a strategy. So I'm on the way up to the feudal age on 28 population. That includes my scout. So that's like pretty significant. That's like quite a good strong boom. Lobster is on his way up with 29 population, and as you can see from his resources, he's going to be able to click Castle Age almost immediately after he reaches it. So red scout is here, green scout is here. The two of them may interact with each other at some stage. Look at the amount of wolves. Like, you really would not want to be doing a forward castle on this without loom. So myself and yellow is the we have some scout action here. This is actually really, really, really important, right? Green lures red scout the whole way into his town. Now, at a higher level, that's not going to happen. I think most higher level players will know to stop their scout here and not run in, but red has now lost his scout, and that's significant because scout control like actually gives you a lot of information in early game on Arena, and I'm here chasing yellow scout trying to get the kill, even though I have not got the same HP. Like, I'm trying to get an extra hit in on yellow, and I've done that and I'm taking the fight, but as you can see, I'm not taking it very well. So I have to retreat, and I'm running towards the lobster scout. and this is just an example of what it's like at the low level trying to do fairly simple tactics. Like he just ran past me, and then I run back and I lose my scout, but now he's chasing yellow's scout, and yellow is afraid to engage. He probably hasn't checked the HP of green's scout, so he's probably not entirely sure exactly what he's up against. But Lobster here has reached the castle age. I'm up here. I've reached castle age. I've put down an archery range and a blacksmith, and I also have this siege workshop, which a quick change to my perspective will show you that I have 2 rams in there. In my archery range, I'm just going with archers. From the blacksmith, I'm hoping to get fletching, but it's very hard to balance all of that on this fairly weak economy. But the rams is the really important part here. Also, I'm housed. Do I know that I'm housed? I don't seem to be building a... there we go. So the rams are the important part. You want to have 300 food so that you can go with capped ram immediately, and as you can see here, I've queued it up, and then I'm just going to go with the crossbow upgrade after and hope that everything works its way out. Like, as I've said, I'm not like a high rated player. I think the player who came up with this strategy is somewhere near the 2k region on team games. I'm not 100% sure on that. It's been a while since I checked the leaderboard. But over here we have the Lobster, who is doing knights. He's doing quite a lot of knights because it's like relatively easy to do. As Khmer, especially if you stay 1 TC, his economy is quite strong. And yellow is just the unfortunate player I've designated as the guinea pig victim for this because he is the closest one to me. And so I should have the crossbow upgrade coming in. I do. I should have fletching. I don't yet, but I will. And I have 3 capped rams, and they travel very slowly. I think it's important to keep the siege workshop inside your base because you're not going to be able to control for the fact that there are scouts. And red, I'm not sure what happened with red scout. I'm pretty sure he ran it back to his town, or else it got killed somewhere. But I knew that red scout was out of the picture, and so as a result of that, I was going to be able to move forward. Now if you look, like, this is arena. Like, arena is not known for early castle age aggression unless it's like someone puts a castle here and over time they'll batter their way in. It takes a long time to actually do something on arena. Oh, this guy has... Oh, he's Malians. See, he's actually going for infantry because he's Malians. That's not like a real noob thing. I'm playing at like the 1800 level here on ranked, so it's not like I'm not a real noob or anything like that. Like, I'm a relatively competent player. But this push is just very difficult to stop. You can see he's gone for a monastery. He's got the aim to get the relics. Like, they want to actually control this game, and I assume that's what the man-at-arms here are about as well. They're going to be upgraded to longswords eventually. But look how quickly these rams get into the town. Like, the walls just completely wilt like tissue paper over fire. And then the rams go in. The crossbows go in. They can take out the monks at a distance. The knights can take out any siege that the player makes. Like, it's such a strong combo, but the rams just absolutely decimate these buildings so quickly, and it only takes 3 of them. Like, yellow has made 1 single spear here. It's actually doing work because it's not really being noticed at all. I went for the monastery first, which is probably not really something that you need to do. I have this really weird way of playing AoE where, like, I know how to do everything, and when I'm watching pro games, I know exactly what the pros are going to do. But when I'm actually in the game, I focus on, like, stupid things that I really shouldn't. Like, for example, I thought that decimating his monastery would just demotivate him because he made that monastery as a gamble. He knew that he had to sacrifice part of his economy to do that. But now we move on to his main town center. He's walling up behind here. Like, that's not going to do anything when the crossbows get in. The ram itself, well, he made a mangonel, which is actually pretty good. I would say that this guy's defense against this strategy was very efficient, and very, like, almost effective. I think had he had more help from his teammate, it would have been a little bit better. His teammate is Melee, who are a classic arena civ. Maybe not classic. They're a very popular arena civ, and when people go melee, they get to castle age a little bit later, but with a stronger economy. But with that stronger economy, you unfortunately sacrifice a lot of your military prowess. And I believe he made this castle at home because he knew that he had lost his scout, and that he was going to be unable to, like, effectively put it in near Greenstown if he got stuck. But red has resigned at this point. There's nothing he can do. I should have more units coming across the map eventually. I know that like I put an extra ram. I believe I had another ram on the way too. Yes, I did. I don't think I was even making more archers, because honestly 8 archers, well I actually had 10 archers with fletching, and if you can get Bodkin arrow, like that's great too. You'd be able to come here, kill all his villagers. But by the end of this game, the yellow player had 29 population in the 23rd minute on arena and just got completely decimated. There's really like not a lot you can do to stop that. You can definitely stop it if you expect it, and I think if you come up against Cumans on arena, you should probably expect some kind of push like that. But you can just see from the fact that he had to put down this castle, he had to do extra barracks. His plan was to go with pikes, I assume, or maybe even long swords or something like that. I'm not sure what he was going for, but like usually on arena the meta is that you put down 2 extra town centers as soon as you get to castle age, and red wasn't in a position to do that, although he is floating a lot of wood right there. I don't know, did he buy that wood so that he could put down buildings or something? I don't actually know what's going on, but yeah, that's the video. It's an incredibly powerful strategy, particularly at my level, where a lot of players stick to the meta, and when you do things that are slightly outside of the meta, it can really throw players off, and it can help win you games and get you those extra points to get up the ladder. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you want, in the description I'll leave the link to the original post where I saw it, and this was just my test of it, and in my estimation it is definitely an effective strategy and one that you should try and utilize where possible. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I've been Eldeniro. Thank you very much for watching.